bit after. Well, on the table towards the back, I have some brochures on the company, also some flyers that are promoting some specials that we're running. So if you do find yourself interested and you want to kind of get an idea of price points, certainly take some of that information with you because those specials are good through the end of this month. Okay, so the moorings, charter yacht vacations. Again, I know some of you guys are familiar, but for those who aren't, let's just take a quick look and see what the moorings has to offer. Do we have volume on this?
The microphone right beside you that's live, and if you'd like to have it on the stand, we can do that for you.
Hold on one second.
You remember when you turn on the TV?
Yeah.
I can't find that at my house either. So
I'll pause it till we make sure we get the volume going. Oh, at 100. Okay.
In case you want to know,
Still not hearing anything. Well, we're supposed to have some volume. Yeah, I don't know why it's all the way up. Okay. It is. It is. Ah, don't sing. Don't sing. So the video is highlighting some of the experiences that you can have when you're on a moorings yacht charter. And we'll kind of go through all the different ways you can experience a charter yacht vacation with us. I know a lot of you guys are probably thinking bareboating, which is a fabulous option when you're looking at chartering with moorings, but we also have a couple of other ways you can experience the moorings and all of the different destinations that we charter to. So I know some of you are already chartered with us. Some of you are going back to the BVI. Some of you are going to Greece, I've heard this evening. So we have a lot of different destinations that I'll go over with you so you can be familiar with all the different places you can travel with the moorings. So we are a very established company. As most of you know, we've been in business for over 50 years. So it is a very trusted name in the charter yacht community. We offer power cats, monohull, sail catamarans. You can do bareboat charter, skipper charter, crew charter. So you have a lot of different ways that you can book your next vacation experience with the moorings. And if I say anything and anybody has a question, is it okay, Trudell, if people just shout out questions, or would you like for me to wait till the end? Okay. Okay. So something about our yacht. So I mentioned we do have sail and power catamarans. We also have monohulls as well. A little bit about our fleet. So our sizes range from 40 to 60 feet in size for the catamarans. Our largest one, the 60-foot catamaran, is in the British Virgin Islands. That is the only destination where you can get that 60-foot catamaran. That 60-foot can accommodate up to 10 guests. So if you have a large group and everybody wants to stay together, then the BVI is going to be the destination with the moorings that you could do that in. But let's say you have 20 people, 30 people. We have 6 of those catamarans, 60-foot catamarans in the British Virgin Islands. So you can all sail together. So there's nothing stopping you from creating your own cruise experience, like I heard being talked about earlier this evening. So hopefully it is something that you may want to explore and want to learn more about as we go along. So for the range of sizes, we accommodate passengers from 2 to 8. Again, with the 60-foot, you can do 10. The yachts age are very young. We rotate our yachts out of our fleet every 6 to 8 years. So when you come and charter with us, you're getting a virtually new catamaran every time you come out on the water with us. We have a matched fleet. So someone did ask me earlier, the boats I get in the BVI are going to be comparable to what I get in Greece? Yes. So in this part of our program, we have 350 vessels worldwide that you can choose from with the moorings. And of course, we have an exclusive partnership with Robertson & Kane for the Leopard Catamaran. So you're getting a quality product when you come and charter with the moorings. So next, we're going to kind of take a look at some of the different, I know I heard somebody say, oh, so some of the different vessels that you have available with us. So this is the 4200. I wish you could hear this man talking because he's giving you a great tour of it. But it's a beautiful vessel. He's actually in the British Virgin Islands, right at Norman Island, which I had the pleasure of visiting back in October. So I am originally from the U.S. Virgin Islands. I'm from St. Thomas. I've been to the BVI a million times. My dad is actually from Just Van Dyke. But I have never experienced, no. But no, actually Foxy is a distant cousin. Yes. So I'm royalty. Thank you. Thank you. So, but you know, everybody on Just Van Dyke is related. So it's a small island. But to experience the destination from this vantage point really did bring something special and unique to the experience. So there are lots of little islands as you're sailing through the British Virgin Islands. And that's something that Jerry and I were speaking about. The BVI is really like the holy grail of sailing. It's like sailing in a necklace because all the islands are just all right there together. So you always have line of sight sailing. Very comfortable, very smooth. We sailed all the way from Virgin Gorda to Anegada. And that was a smooth, easy, lovely sail. It's a great destination if you've never sailed in the Caribbean before. It's a great starter destination, but a lot of people who come for the first time come over and over and over again because you just fall in love with it. And then as you can see, with the particular catamarans that we have, you have well-appointed features. You also can take virtual tours of all of our catamarans online as well at moorings.com. So you can kind of figure out which one is best suited for you and which one would be best for your group that you have all traveling together. And then we all have all the cabins are different appointed features in each one. So some of the catamarans maybe have 3 cabins with a master suite. Some have all the same cabins. They're all en suites. So every cabin has its own restroom. So there's just a lot of sort of the comforts of home that you can find on all of our catamarans, but again, still have all of the familiar equipment that you need when you're out on the water sailing. So I'm going to move forward to the next slide, which is about the different types of ways you can charter with the moorings. So again, I'm sure most of you are familiar with bareboat chartering, but with us, we also offer 2 additional levels of charter servicing as well. So you can do your skippered charter, which means it comes with a captain. You can do your provisioning ahead of time, and we'll go ahead and make sure everything is on the vessel for you when you arrive. When you arrive, the captain is there to greet you and talks to you about all of the safety precautions. You can sail it some as well. One of the good things about having a skipper, since you're not familiar with the area, you're not sure, you know, where to go, how to go, the skipper is like your own personal tour guide. So don't feel like, oh, because you know how to sail, I don't need a skipper. He can tell you when to get to the baths before the cruise ship shows up with all the extra people. He can tell you where the lobsters are kicking and you can go over there and grab some lobster and, you know, go fishing. So he knows what's going on and what to do and what's happening on each island. So it's not necessarily a bad idea to have a skipper because he can really help you navigate your trip. We do have suggested itineraries that we present to you at the time of booking, but this is your trip. You are able to curate it to your own specifications. So again, if you're in the BVI, you stop at Prickly Pear and you decide, oh my God, this is heaven. I want to just stay here for a couple of days. You can certainly do that. This is your trip to make it whatever you want it to be and go where you would like to go. Now, our most popular option out of North America for sailing, if you can believe it or not, is our crude option. So you see lovely Miss Madeline St. Croix. She's out of the island of St. Lucia, one of our top destinations as well. You can have a captain and a chef, all of your food, your meal prep, your alcohol, everything included. And that is called our crude yacht vacation experience. This is definitely what most people, when they call the moorings out of North America, want to experience. It's a great way to really, really enjoy your vacation without having to do a thing. And the good thing about this type of experience is, especially in the Caribbean, if you like local food, if you want to taste some fungi, kalaloo, curry chicken, anything that's locally inspired, you have local chefs who bring the flavor of the destination on the boat to you. So it's a great opportunity to not only have a luxurious high-end experience, but actually get a taste of the culture while you're there. I'll move on to the next slides. So some of the different places that we charter. As I mentioned, the British Virgin Islands is the holy grail of chartering. It is our most popular destination out of North America. Everybody wants to visit the British Virgin Islands. And the largest part of our fleet is there, and our largest marina in our whole fleet is in the British Virgin Islands. However, we do have other destinations that people are interested in traveling to. So if we're in the Caribbean, we do Antigua. We also do Grenada, St. Lucia, St. Martin, and the U.S. Virgin Islands. St. Thomas is where you would charter out of. Also, we do the exotics, Seychelles, Thailand, Tahiti. We also do the Mediterranean, Croatia, Greece, Italy. And then a good option from this area, Bahamas. We also do Belize, Key West, but Key West is unfortunately going away. It's being phased out, but you do have a lot of great options to explore all throughout the world when it comes to chartering with the moorings. So we have some specials that we are running. And again, the flyers on the specials are on the back side, on the back table there, but I'll run through some of these specials with you. Every month we have something that we're offering. So if you wanted to do anything up to 5 boats, we could apply all of these specials to you. 5 boats and more would be considered a group booking. So then you get some additional specials and different pricing there. So if you're thinking about maybe doing something together as a group, anything over 5 boats, then we'd have you with our group department and put some special pricing together for you there. But for our May deals, this one is for our crude vacation. Again, this is with all the food, all the everything. You don't have to do anything but sit down and enjoy yourself. We're doing 10% savings for all of our bookings, book now through June 3rd. So you have a lot of great destinations to choose from, including St. Lucia, St. Martin, Tortola in the BVI, Agana, Athens. So a lot of great options. And again, this is our crude yacht. Departures on this would be April 23rd through October 31st of this year. And you'd have to do a minimum of 7 days. So let me backtrack a little bit too. So all of our destinations, you can do actually a minimum of 5 days. However, if you're going to the Mediterranean, you'd have to do a minimum of 7 days in that destination. So if you wanted to do the British Virgin Islands, but you only wanted to do 5 days, you can do that. But if you go to Greece, Croatia, you want to do 5 nights, you can't. You have to do 7 as a minimum. Now you can stay as long as you'd like out on the vessel. We've had, I think our longest booking was 27 nights. So if your money's long, we'd love to have you. You can stay as long as you'd like. And then your average savings on one of these is about $2,000 on that. We also have our early booking special that's available. Great for festive season. We were just talking at the table about going down to the BVI during the Christmas holidays. Of course, everybody wants to go down, hang out with Foxy. At New Year's Eve, he does a big party on the beach, all the boats in the water. It's really fabulous. But we have a lot of great savings available right now into 2025 on this. If you book now through June 3rd, the travel window is much bigger on this one. So again, if you're not really ready to go right now, this is an opportunity to get some of these savings on future bookings. So this is for travel between November 1st and September 30th. This is a minimum of 5 days that you can charter, and this is only available in the Caribbean and our exotics. And their exotics would be the Seychelles, Thailand, and Tahiti on this one. Summer, fall, we've got 20% savings that we're offering. This is another book by June 3rd. This is depart now through October 31st. So if you know you're ready to go now, this might be a great one for you. We have bareboat power skippered available on this one. And this is a minimum of 5 days, also in the Caribbean, and 7 nights in the exotics and the med. So a lot of different ways you can experience the moorings. Jerry mentioned that some of you guys were interested in learning more about the yacht ownership programs. I will be completely honest with you, that is a totally different division, but I do have some information for you. If you go on the back table as well, this is a really great brochure that they sent over to me that really breaks down the program. Basically, this is a program for people who are interested in sailing at least 5 times a year. So it's a savings program, so to speak, more so than a money generating program. So basically with this, you purchase the vessel, you put it in the fleet, and then you have the opportunity to sail through a point system 12 weeks a year, up to 12 weeks a year. So if you know you're committed like that and you want to do that much sailing, then this might be a program that you would be interested in doing. However, if you've never chartered before, it's probably best to charter first, see how you like it. And then if you know this is the way I want a vacation this way all the time, then this might be a program that you might want to take a look at and see if it's of interest to you. But it includes berthing insurance and maintenance. You have a dedicated owner care team that works with you. You can use equivalent sister ships. So what that means is, say you buy a 42-foot catamaran in the British Virgin Islands, you can sail anywhere in the world that we sail using the point system, but you'd have to just sail on a comparable vessel in that destination. So again, it's a good program if you're interested in sailing quite a bit, multiple times through the year and seeing different parts of the world, maybe not necessarily only going to the same destination over and over again. You want to really get out there and get your sea legs all over the world. So that's a good program for that. So if you're interested in it, if you want to pull out your phone, this is the young lady who is the salesperson for it. Her name is Laura. She's a really wonderful person. She can get you up to speed, get you all the information on exactly what you need to get started in the program, if that is something that you would be interested in doing. So this is my information. This is the whole sales team down in the British Virgin Islands. We had just got to the baths before the big cruise ship showed up, so we had to enjoy it before everybody got there. Thanks to our skipper. So again, never a bad idea to have a skipper because they can help kind of guide you through the destination and help you have a more enjoyable vacation experience. So thank you guys so much. We'll see you out on the water. So since everybody was silent, nobody has any questions. Mr. Jerry's got one. Yes, we do have vessels available there. I know we had worked on trying to get a quote for that. So it just depends upon when you want to go, because I know you were trying to come up really, really soon. So if you're looking at Abacos, Exumas, we do have marinas and sailings out of those 2 destinations in the Bahamas.
All right, so my wife and I are talking seriously about whether to get a captain or not. Can
Okay.
you walk us through, like, maybe what's the minimum requirements for bareboat, and then, you know, what does the captain do if they're on the boat? You know, are they like hanging out all the time, or are they like?
He becomes a part of your family. I mean, and it's a welcome addition because they're really cool people. The captain we had, his name was Keaton, and he was actually from St. Lucia. And to me, he reminded me of my brother. So we were kindred spirits, but you know, they become a part of the group, really, and they help you to navigate, to understand what areas you want to go to and experience, and he knows what's going on here and there because all the captains are communicating with each other on the radio. They're just a great way to help you really see the destination and know when things are going on and what's happening. Oh, there's a party down on this beach, you want to go over here. So if you feel like you would need that, if that's the type of experience you want to have, I definitely say go with the skipper. And of course, you know, with bareboat, you just kind of, you're on your own, but we do give you 4 hours with the captain when you arrive to kind of help you get your bearings so you know where you're going, what you're doing, make sure you're familiar with everything on the vessel, and then you're on your way. We are always in the area, just a radio call away. So if you run into any issues or have any questions, just call and somebody will be there to answer your call and assist you. But I say get a skipper.
What's the minimum requirement? Say,
It varies for different destinations, but you definitely have to submit a resume. So that way it's reviewed. And again, it depends on destination, you know, what the requirements are. But for BVI, I believe it's just, you just send in your resume and they just review it. And then you just go through the necessary steps from that point. But it's not a huge requirement for to sail. It's different for different destinations. Again, most of it is just seeing that you've had experience out on the water. So I haven't even seen what kind of questions are on that questionnaire in terms of turning it in, but it's not very stringent at all. It's not.
They also asked about the experience of the crew that's on the boat.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Experience on the boat.
Sailing the boat, or is it sailing?
No, you can participate in sailing the boat. So, I mean, if you want to sail a bit, he'll say, sure, whatever. Yeah, come on, let's do it. He let me sail. I've never done it before in my life, but, but you know, he was right there. But yeah, you can sail. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna get the lady behind you. You already had a question. And then I'll come back to you after him. Yes, yes, ma'am. Yeah, so thank you for asking. So we have flotillas that we offer that you can come into, or you can create your own. So if that's something you're interested in, I can send back what's available right now and what destinations, and then you guys can kind of review it. If you want to maybe jump on a Zoom or something like that, post today, we can go through the flotilla, but it's really quite cool. Just sailing from point to point around the different destinations, because we don't do it in the same destination every year. So it's kind of changes. Yes, that's exactly what it is, like follow the leader. And some of them are a little bit more like not poker runish, but you know, they have games and things that you do, and you know, competitions and whatnot. Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
You do all your golf.
What did I?
Monohull. You don't have any monohull.
We do. They range from I think and we have some our Sunsail product. So Sunsail is our sister company. And Sunsail, you'll find the majority of our monohulls available through Sunsail. Sunsail, yes, sir. Again, all over the world. So everywhere we are, they are. Yeah. They are. Anyone else? Okay, yes, I said I was coming back to you. Sorry, Trudell.
So when you book in the summer, then
Always get travel insurance, no matter where you go. Always get travel insurance, but especially if you're doing the Caribbean in the summer. And when I say summer, I'm not a meteorologist, but I'm from the Virgin Islands, and we have a particular history with hurricanes. So just for your personal, you know, edification and background, September, October, that's when hurricane season gets really kind of more aggressive in the Caribbean. And where the US Virgin Islands is located and the British Virgin Islands, that path kind of, a lot of the hurricanes do kind of pass that way. If you want to do a sail, of course, the pricing is so much more affordable during that time of year, because that's when we went. We went in October. We had no issues, but you know, it's out there. It could happen. You may want to look more at, you know, further down island. If you know, definitely want to do that time of year, like, you know, St. Lucia, Antigua, further down. But if you're in the BVIs and you say, okay, this price, I want to go, get travel insurance, and pray. But I mean, if you have the travel insurance, you're covered. So that way you can get, you know, whatever necessarily refunds. Yes, ma'am. Oh, yes, sir. Sorry, you were first. Yes, so I'm trying to remember. I think it was maybe about 3 or 4 years ago, maybe even longer, that Sunsail came up under Moorings. Nothing has really changed with the Sunsail product. It's just a sister company that we have that focuses mostly on the monohull. So whatever you are familiar with Sunsail, it really hasn't changed. It's operating the same way. The benefit to Moorings is when we do have clients who want monohulls, and if the monohulls under Moorings moniker aren't available, then we can go into the Sunsail inventory and see what's available there. So again, we share the vessels. You are correct. You are correct. That is true. So you will find, especially on the USVI side, like in St. John, a lot of the restaurants will be closed in September, early October, in preparation for the winter season as well. So if they want to do a refresh or, you know, change the menu or things of that nature, you will find a lot of that. But the other upside to that is you don't have as many tourists, not as many people out. You know, everything has an up and a down. You just kind of have to weigh, just like I was talking with the young lady at the table. You know, winter is the most desirable time. You have the Christmas winds, it's more comfortable. The flights are higher, the pricing is higher, you have more people. But if you go in the summer, the prices are lower, but it's less airlift. It's a yin and a yang. Yeah, you gotta just decide which way is more affordable for you or best for you. Yes, sir.
You want to apply for a job as skipper or crew.
You can apply. You can apply. We have we I will have to find out. Are you his wife? You didn't know? This is news to you? Well, you know what? It's funny you should say that. You would be surprised how many people have come down. They sell everything, and it's husband and wife, and they get a boat, and that's what they do. I've met so many, and they just look so happy, and it's like, wow, look at that, and they're like, this is the best thing we ever did. I can find out for you. Should I find out for him, ma'am, or just leave it alone? Yes, Mr. Jerry. Yeah, the tides and all that, and I mean, yeah, you do see better. You do.
Beef Island.
I'm not sure about Beef Island.
The full moon party.
I don't know about a full moon party. Maybe I'm not supposed to know about that. Well, I know you know what, there's a barge. There's a barge in the BVI. I probably shouldn't tell you, but I can't remember what the name of it is again. That's it. That's it. And people jump off, some clothed, some not clothed, and enjoy. Oh, don't tell on him. Don't tell on him. And have a wonderful experience there. But you know, on Beef Island, okay. Okay.
Dancing on the roof.
Jerry, I think you need to take this group down so they can experience that firsthand. You sound like you've experienced it a number of times. Right. Exactly. Okay, anybody else with any questions? The Florida Keys? Well, I mean, right now we're still offering charters from out of there, but it's not going to be for much longer. So if it's something that you're interested in, you probably would have to charter sometime this year if you were interested in charting through the Keys.
Awesome. Everyone give it up for Kate. Thank you so much.
I'm sorry the sound wasn't working. I don't know why. Yeah, I'll be here. So again, there's tons of, I see somebody grab some stuff. So there's tons of information. If you want to talk a little bit more, I'll just sit back there too.
That'll be awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm sure there's some questions that we're not.
Okay.
Enough, you know, like,
Okay.
Captain, do you, when you didn't get to join, does he not? We could have to back there. And then, if you have to, you already got it. Bob, so we have to put a little bit more in the back. And so, for the year.